So this is a quick overview of the material in AP Chemistry 2. It follows the book very closely, and that's why I have the table of contents out here. And in semester 2, you'll review chapters 1 and 2, which should be a review for just about everyone who had Honors Chem, General Chem, or AP Chemistry 1. In this, you'll learn about matter, measurement, and dimensional analysis. And in chapter 2, there's atoms, ions, periodic table, naming and nomenclature, and then there'll be an exam. The second exam then is on chapters 3 and 4. And chapters 3 and 4 cover things like balanced equations, the mole and all the conversions associated with that, and stoichiometry. And then in chapter 4, you hit some things that have to do with aqueous reactions and different types of reactions. You can see that listing right here. Acid and base, precipitation reactions, and then oxidation reduction reactions. And then we put some mathematics to that in molarity, in the use of molarity and stoichiometry involving molarity as well. Then there's the second exam. Chapters 5 and 6 then are somewhat new for most students. If you had AP Chemistry 1, you had some of Chapter 5, where you learn about heat, which has a special name called enthalpy. And then there's some mathematics associated with that energy equationing as well, and you hit these topics right here. In Chapter 6, you learn more specifics about the electron, which is a review for honors chemistry students usually, and general chems. You learn about where the electron is probably residing, and you give it zones like S, P, D, and F. And then for everybody, there's some new pieces about waves and the particles and the energy associated with that as well. Then there's an exam. In chapters 8 and 9, those are the pieces that undo our fourth exam, you learn about the periodic table and some great details about that. And then in chapter 8, there's a lot about bonding and pieces like ionic bonding, covalent bonding, and things called Lewis electron dot structures that illustrate how atoms or ions stick together. So here's chapter 8 right here, and then we'll have a test on that. So that's test number 4. And then there's chapters 9 and chapter 10 that come before the final exam and are only tested on the final exam. Chapter 9 has to do with the shapes of molecules and the actual angles that exist between atoms inside those molecules. And then chapter 10 is all about the phase of matter called gases and how pressure, volume, temperature, and number of moles of particles affect those. Those, along with the previous 4 tested materials, all come together onto a comprehensive final. The 4 tests and 1 final then end up being approximately 70% of the grade or so. And so there is an opportunity to retake the first 4 tests by using the final to replace up to 2 of those scores, as you can see in the syllabus. Good luck.